Alright, we're playing against another red-yellow hero deck, so be a little refreshing after all of that Vader shenanigans. These cards are finally worth it to keep. Man, surprisingly I'm going to pitch that. That almost never happens, and one of those. Threw some of them back, but that's okay. So we've got an Akbar. He's got 2 and 4 ones, so Leia should have a slight edge over him, but it's all about dice, right? So, let's see. We've got 3, and he has way more than 3, so we'll see what he wants to use. Going to use the Rebel War Room. Alright, he'll take shields on Akbar. With that, we'll get kicked off. So I'm going to put a blaster pistol on Han. You'll see some similar results over there. Alright. Then we'll get going. Activate Han right away. My God, could things be worse? What is this? Well, we do still have a chance to ambush on Han with unpredictable, roll a pew pew, and then use shoot first, which could be a big deal. He's gonna hit and run though, so maybe we won't. Alright, so he got his modified damage, the discard from Akbar. Not too worried about the discard. We can take the 2 damage. I get to choose who I put it on, so I can always throw it on Leia or whoever's less important at the time. He did get that Han, though. That's kind of nasty. So we'll try our combo here. We're going to unpredictable on Han. Did not pay off. And then we'll roll Leia in. Of course, she could get a pew pew, but that doesn't help me with shoot first. So we see where he wants to go with his 4 damage. It's a trap. Oh boy. Okay. So we can get 1 more damage out of it. We've got a shield on Han. I like his deck, so we gotta make sure he doesn't miss his triggers here. Well, that was brutal. We'll discard this jetpack and re-roll these 3. Not awful, but not great. See what my opponent wants to do. I think he'll want to claim. He may discard and look for something with Han, though. He's going to discard and it's a trap. Gets a resource. We'll swing for 3 on Han. We're going to claim and get a resource. So that one's wasted. It's actually really important, I think, that we got to claim there. So we're going to go with Han right away. Hope for some blaster pistols, guys. We got one. Okay. See if we can get this to pay off. Possibly not, because he's going to hit and run, but it's not so bad. We can steal his 2. Yep, he's going to unpredictable on Akbar, which makes sense. He'll still have an action left at the end then. Deciding if he maybe wants to unpredictable on me. Not so bad. I'm okay with that. So we'll do... Oh, oops. Here you go. Gave myself away there. That was unfortunate. Oh, he's going to play Infamous instead. Okay. Yeah. So then we'll do shoot first. Do 2 to Han to remove your 2. And that's an ambush. And then we're going to pay 3 to put a rifle on Han. I don't trust Leia to live long enough to make that worthwhile. We may have made a mistake investing in Han so early with all the shields he's going to get, but I think it's important to get rid of him, so... He's got a 2, not enough to kill Leia yet, which is good. So we'll activate Leia to a focus, which is great. He's going to shoot first now. Okay. Leia will go up to 7. And he'll take a resource. Yeah, at this point, I'm going to claim and take a resource. Oops, turned one of my damage counters the wrong way. Alright, resource, resource, draw, draw. Alright, things don't look so bad here. We'll put a holdout blaster on Han, which will give him his 3rd shield, and then we'll activate him right away. Surely we'll get some damage here. Not off Han himself. Actually, not at all, which is pretty brutal. We can't completely demolish his resources, which could be good against his deck. But I'd really like to be able to kill something here, so we'll see. I guess I've got 1 resource left. Comlink, maybe he'll re-roll everything for me. So are all things I'm okay re-rolling, honestly. I was going to re-roll them anyway, so not so bad. Yeah. So let's think here. We could get rid of his resources, but then he could activate Han. We could electroshock anything super devastating away. I think I'd rather re-roll these three. Look for some damage. There we go. Now we're talking. Yeah, I think Han's going to come in now, for sure. Let's see what he gets here. A 2. And some disrupt. So we'll electroshock away that 2. Akbar is going to come in. We're going to activate Leia and see if we can get her on her focus side and get one more use out of her. Or 2 damage. We'll take that too. So we could potentially do 3 and then claim and do 3 more. We could always discard to search for resources, but not a big fan of discarding right now, especially when he's got Han on Disrupt. Looks like he's going to reroll everybody, or is he going to leave the Disrupt? We'll see. Rerolling everybody, and no blaster pistols, which is great. So we'll do 3 to Han. To pile 7 more damage on. So if we can get 3, it's going to reroll again, or is he going to... Ooh. Yep. So you'll discard everything. And I'll deal the 2 damage to Han. You know what? I'm going to claim and do 3 more to Han. We'll see what he wants to do here. He's probably going to discard and search for something to kill Leia, which doesn't hurt us that much. He's discarding from his deck then. We're close to getting rid of his Han anyway. Yeah, he's going to discard his second Infamous and just get modified damage, so that's fine. It's definitely going to take us 2 resources, yeah. He doesn't want to lose out on those. We'll see if he keeps searching on this blaster pistol. Looks like he's not going to, so Leia will live for another day. Depending on what we draw, we may activate Leia right away. Hopefully we get that ambush event. We don't. So now we're stuck here, deciding if we want to activate Leia or Han first. I think we activate Han and try to kill whatever attacks Leia, assuming we can roll anything. And we can. We rolled 5 damage. So that's enough to kill his Han unless he removes something, which is going to be tough to do. I mean, he'll have to electroshock or flank if he's got him. He's got a holdout blaster, so he's going to give Han a shield, obviously. We've still only got to get 5 on him, so unless he has another ambush to play after, we've still got him taken care of. We'll see what he's doing. He doesn't need to use Infamous. Forgot to pay for his holdout blaster. One less shield. So we'll see. He might be able to play something else. Yep. So that'll end the phase. These are things I really don't need at this point. Alright, so we've got some better options this time. We're going to ambush on Leia, activate her. Roll her blank, of course. And then we'll activate Han. And hope for enough damage, which we have enough damage with the unblockable, so I'm not too upset by that. We'll see what he wants to do. Alright, he's going to Street Informant's ambush. That'll give Han another shield. I don't know how Han got to... Oh, he hyperspace jump ambushed, yeah. So we can get him to 7. Can't quite kill him then. That's a little unfortunate. But we do what we can. We do what we can. Alright, so Han's coming guns blazing. And he's going to roll all the damage ever. So what we're going to do about that is we're going to disrupt 2. Get rid of all his money. Yep, and he's going to get rid of 2 of our money. So I think this is the right answer. I can force him to remove something, right? So if I pay... so this is tricky. I could get rid of my holdout blaster and pay this. Give Han a shield and force him to remove something. And then I could re-roll everybody. So I think we'll do that. We're going to pay 1, discard that guy, give Han a shield. Not very often have I gotten that card to work out, so I'm glad we were able to there. And it was an ambush, so we can still re-roll. And we'll discard the blaster pistol to re-roll Leia into a focus. So focus is enough. We can turn that into a +3. So we'll focus this into a +3. And now we've got 7 that we can send through at Han, which is just enough to kill him. So we'll see. We're probably going to trade Han for Leia. I guess that's not even enough to kill Leia yet. He needs 1 more damage. So he might electroshock something and get tricky, but I think he's just going to take the 3. If he doesn't take it now, he's going to lose it, so... Yep. Take the 3 onto Leia. Alright, so at this point we're going to claim, which is good. We get to look at his hand, discard some events that we don't want to deal with. Akbar's got a bunch of guns now, but I think Han's got 2 better guns than his 2 guns, so we should be in good shape, assuming any tomfoolery doesn't happen. He doesn't have any money to buy these things anyway, so yeah, he's going to do 3, which is enough to kill Leia and hit Han for 2. I'll claim. Alright. And he's got no events. He's got a Falcon, a survival gear, a big blaster pistol, and a scout. We gotta be a little careful here because he's got some disrupt. That's interesting. He's going to play the scout. He could have hit Han for 2. He's more interested in getting some more discard. So, yeah, we might not discard our datapad and Infamous to protect some of our more expensive things better. Let's see what he wants to do here now. Commander Rate is an interesting card. I feel like it's not really worth it yet. But people really like to use it, so. Alright. We've got a second chance to throw on Han, which is great. Field Medic leadership is pretty useless to us. So we're just going to roll off with Han. It looks like he's going to discard his Falcon. So he's still got that ambush blaster pistol, which can be frustrating. But we've got a ton of damage out here, so we should be in pretty good shape. Yeah, we can get 4 right there, 6, grab a resource, and disrupt all of his money. That's a pretty good hand. Alright, so he's going to activate Akbar. Not too concerned about the damage that could come out. Looks like he's got a discard, a scout. So we'll disrupt 2. Get rid of that stuff. See what he chooses to discard. Makes sense to discard one of those 2, but he's going to discard the event, which is really surprising to me. But that's okay. We'll pay 4 to hit Akbar, or pay 1 to hit Akbar for 4. Akbar only has 9 health, surprisingly, so we've only got to get 7 more, and we've got 2 on the board already. He's got no money, so he's going to have to discard to reroll. He's probably got events this turn, I would assume. Although, he may have designed his deck to not have a ton of events. Shoot first, he's going to reroll. Doesn't get anything that exciting. We'll pew pew for 2. Now I need to do 5 more damage to Akbar. We could reroll this Blasto Pistol. We'll probably just claim our resource and go on. I'm really surprised he didn't keep the discard. It seems like his viable option now is to mill me, but that's not very viable anyway. So see if he thinks about claiming or taking a shield. He really needs that shield, so I'd be surprised if he claimed. Okay, he's going to Field Medic. That's fine. We've got those 2. Alright, I'll claim, see what's left in his hand. It's that blaster pistol, another copy of Field Medic that we can get rid of. So I'm glad we got rid of that. He's going to get a shield and a Puhan for 1. He's seen all these already, but I think he just forgot what was there, so. As long as we keep claiming and shooting with Han first, we'll be pretty happy. Shooting with Han first, get it? Alright, unpredictable. That could help a lot here. So, we're probably not going to play any more upgrades, honestly. We might play a second chance if we get really scared, but that was awful. We can at least disrupt all his resources away again right away. We've got 2 damage. It's better than nothing, so I'll stop complaining. Not even sure I really want to use the unpredictable. I guess he's got a lot less cards in there, but again, with Scout and Akbar's discard, after getting burnt by Jabba earlier today, I'm a little afraid. Alright, so he's going to play that as an ambush, and I'll remove this die. So no longer have to worry about the Scout, but now he does have a lot of blaster pistols, so I think we already threw away both copies of Shoot First. Yeah, so we're not going to get any help from that. And here Akbar comes in. He shouldn't have Scout anymore. Yeah, so he got a discard and a shield and a modified damage. So we'll unpredictable on this Han. Search for some damage. We'll get a blank, so that's not helpful. And then I think we're going to discard Datapad. We got to do better than 2 damage per turn. It doesn't want us to today, so bugger. Forgot to take our shield off our unpredictable. That was a mistake. I don't even know where unpredictable went. Did I put it on top of my deck? No. Okay. Just modified damage, so that's good. Let's discard our last event, because if he claims, he's just going to discard those from us anyway. Alright, so we got a +2. 4 is better than nothing. All his field medics are gone, so we'll see what he's got here. I think we have a couple copies of Electroshock left. 2 copies coming up. He's down to 7 cards total, and we're down to 9. Alright, he's going to re-roll with all in. Okay. So I'm really looking for a blaster pistol. Wow, that was not ideal. Alright, well, we'll hit for 4. He's going to hit for 7, which, my gosh. Did not see that coming, right? And then we'll claim, because we need to go first. It's not really an option. We can get rid of that commando raid, and survival gear can go back. We've got all the resources in the world. Let's look in here quick and see what he has. He's already used both hit and runs and both it's a traps, so I'm not too worried about him activating and doing anything crazy pants. So we're going to start with our Han activation. We can always play second chance next turn, so my goodness, guys. The dice gods are not with us. We have enough to kill him here, so we'll see if he activates right away or not. Da-da-da. He's going to Daring Escape. Oh boy. Reroll any number of your opponent's dice, then remove all the dice showing blanks. So he's going to reroll. He may as well reroll everything, right? Just those two, it looks like. And he'll get to remove our other blanks right away. I guess. My God. That was less than ideal, guys. But it's okay. Alright. Well, he used all his money already, so that's good at least. But, we've got some actions to take here, so we can use Field Medic. He's only got 4 cards left, and 1 is Survival Gear, so if he wants to reroll, he's going to have to discard something. I think that's the only card in his hand that we know. Discarding a Scout, so still got 1 non-event left. Looks like he's going to reroll that guy. Of course, we don't have our Electroshock. That was good. So we'll pay 1 and play Infamous. Alright, so he's now got enough to do 5. So we'll ambush in second chance over this blaster pistol. So we're kind of getting the shield anyway. Gives us some breathing room. We'll see. I assume he strikes for 5. Yep, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll claim. So we'll see what's there. Nothing. Black 1, Comlink, and Survival Gear. Okay. So we don't have a good way to make him discard those, so he's not going to die to that unless he chooses to reroll himself to death. Alright, here we go. Let's get rid of our logistics. That doesn't help us. We've got all 5 of our cards now. None of them are Electroshock. Were they in here and I'm just blind? Maybe I don't have Oh, yeah, there they are. Alright. Well, we're going to activate Han. We know he doesn't have anything nasty in his hand to hit us with, so that's good at least. Not going to get much help out of Han, though, so that's unfortunate. Alright, let's see him roll some blanks this round. He got 6 damage. My goodness. Well, we'll re-roll these 3. Alright, so there's 6 for us. I'm pretty sure we're okay. We've got second chance to keep ourselves alive. So he did have a Comlink, so it looks like he's going to play it. And probably re-roll that neutral damage, which he still keeps his 6. He only needs 3 to punch through Han, and then he keeps some. He's going to re-roll both of those, which is interesting. Alright, well now we got the natural 3. Still not enough to kill him though. So we'll discard and infiltrate and re-roll these 3, because all we need is a damage. All we need is a damage, guys. Alright. We got 6 to go through with. I think we're in good shape. So the mirror match came down to a very close matchup. That was a tough matchup. We both lost one character around the same time, his Han and my Leia, but Han just barely outlived. This just shows you how good Second Chance is. I really think it's important to put it on at the last moment possible, not giving them time to plan for it. Oops. Two characters still, okay. We could switch up our deck, but I think I'll record one more. Let him test against this. We're just playing for fun today. This isn't a real league match or anything, so. Ooh, Vader Veers, okay. I see what's going on here. Another Vader matchup, so hopefully we can figure this one out too. He's got Echo Base, which is interesting. I would think he'd take Frozen Wastes with his setup, but we'll see how it goes. I don't mind the extra shields for Leia. We've got a lot of health, so. Alright, so this becomes not as exciting with only a Veers. I assume he wants two Veers. Jetpack becomes pretty powerful with Vader around, especially if we claim a lot. So I'm going to throw that back. We'll get this later. One cost things aren't bad to keep. So we'll get rid of the shoot first for now. And draw some other stuff. Alright. So it'll be an interesting roll-off. Veers' die is pretty equivalent to Leia's, 3 1s and 2 2s. And then Vader's die has a 3 2 2s and a 1. Han has the same. So we're really rolling the same odds here. Alright, he's going to mulligan several cards. We'll get 5 as our opening roll, so I'm not going to complain too much about 5. That's a pretty good number. It's pretty easy to see it getting beaten here, though, but not with a 1 on Vader. So we'll play on the Rebel War Room. He can have his shields, because this claim is pretty useless for him, other than letting him end his turn a turn early. So, all right, we will. I think, play an Infiltrate on Han. So we might use it this round to re-roll his nasty dice, and if not, we'll use it to reduce the cost of a jetpack or hold out blaster next turn. You always want to keep one resource open in case you roll 2, 3 damage sides with Han. We'll have to be on the lookout for Deflect too, so he can have Deflect, Isolation. Not a lot of good red removal that I'm too worried about, but Deflect and Isolation for sure. Yeah, he's thinking Infiltrate. What is this garbage? We'll see how aggressive his deck is. Infiltrate grenades, okay. We'll activate Han at that point. We'd like to have that Infiltrate special, but we got shields instead. We did get 5 damage here, so I can't complain too much. We probably want to take it right away and just hit Veers. Let's see what he gets here. He gets pretty pitiful rolls. So we'll hit Veers for 5. I don't know why I always go for their character they put shields on. Maybe I should have hit Vader, but I think hitting Veers is a good move right now. Yep, Vader's going to come in, so we'll discard one of our jetpacks. We'll see how he rolls. He rolls pretty well, pretty well. We'll activate Leia at that point. I have a feeling he's going to try to gun down Han pretty quickly. Okay. That doesn't help us too much, but... we could focus the infiltrate to force a reroll in case he discards to reroll something good. But, not too excited about that move. We've already got a shield. We could focus to disrupt in case he rerolls and gains a resource. Okay, so he's gonna reroll right away, which is fine. Oh, that's pretty brutal. We didn't need that. So we'll focus this to a reroll side. He's going to take 3 on Han. Up to 2. So it could be worse. It could be better. It got better. Not ideal. Now we're wishing we hadn't thrown away that second chance, huh? I think we need to throw away our jetpack at this point and search for one. We've got an electroshock, so that's good. We'll activate Han right away. We gotta off something here. He's gonna roll horribly. Well, the 3 damage will take what we can get, but not the best. We do have our reroll, which is nice. We've got an electroshock waiting, so. Alright, so we'll activate Leia for a focus. That's good. We could make Han a 3 and then get ready to beef things out. They'll let us off Veers, so we'll see if he activates him. I think he's going to activate Vader. Hope for his force choke. Problem's going to be if he has force strike. Okay. Well, that's not ideal. What do we do here now, guys? This is troubling. I think we're going to electroshock away his force choke. Pretty sad, pretty sad. Yep, in comes Veers. So this could just be more trouble. That's what we don't need. Well, it's only 1 damage. Han can handle that. So we'll focus this into a 3 damage side. Let him decide what he wants to do. If we really need it, we can throw a shield on Han with holdout blaster. It's not ideal, though. Looks like he's going to reroll some. Local garrison, yeah, I'm glad he didn't get that out. That's not what we need out. Alright, here comes the duders. Let's see what comes out. Vader, of course, gets enough to kill Han. Oh, yeah, there's definitely enough to kill Han right there, huh? We can get our 3 through. Then he's just going to kill us with Vader, though. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. Probably should have just focused one of those into a 2 damage side, because then we could have done 5 this turn. Which would have been respectable, right? Let's think. I mean, we don't really want to reroll Veers. He's got a pretty good chance of becoming damage. Vader's gonna become something worse, right? But honestly, anything Vader becomes is not helpful to us. Put the holdout blaster out, that moves it to Leia and gives Han a shield, lets him survive through Vader's smash. So I think we'll do that. So discard this, pay 1 for holdout blaster, which gives us an action. And then we will claim and deal 3 to Veers. So sacrificing Han at this point. Things are not looking great. At least this goes over to Leia, so we're not a complete lost cause. I guess we could have healed 2 there, drug it out another turn, but probably would have been smart, you know. Smart thinking, that's what smart people do. It's not what we're doing today. Alright, well we've got some stuff here. Second chance, you came a turn too late. Alright. So we'll hit and run on Leia so we can activate her. Oh, how awful is that? With our second action, we'll discard this and re-roll these 2. That's what we need. Okay. We can kill Veers pending any shields or isolation or whatnot. So that makes us happy at this point. Can Leia gun down Vader? I don't think so, but we'll see how good we do. Yeah, so if we have hit Vader right away, he'd be at 8. We wouldn't be close to killing him. We can get him to 11 with this turn. Not quite enough. Okay. Yeah, he must not have removal in his hand, or he'd be doing it by now. I mean, I assume if, yeah, he's going to activate. Okay. I mean, that forces us to kill off the Veers, most likely. Resource, 2 damage, yeah. So. Yep, tie. That's what I was afraid of. So if he rolls 2 really nasty things, we could remove 1 with the gun. It's nothing awful. So. Something not good for him. 1 damage, not so bad. We'll just keep passing. Just gonna reroll some stuff. I'm surprised he's not just taking the damage and moving on. He's got an ideal board set up over here. Alright, he's gonna reroll Vader. It's fine. We kind of want him to deal damage to us so we can use Field Medic this turn. Reroll everything. Okay. Well, we'll just keep passing at that rate. That's a frustrating reroll. I understand his pain. Yeah, he may as well reroll it all. He's got to get something better eventually. There. This is tricky. He's probably just going to disrupt us first. So we'll field medic 1 damage away. Makes his disrupt useless at least. Claim. Alright. Let's see what we want to do here now. I think we'll pay 1 for another pistol on Leia. I'm hoping he activates his tie right away, and we can remove it with 3-cost gun over the holdout blaster if we want. Doubting that that'll be what he does. Somehow, I'm doubting. 13 damage to Vader on 7 health. That's with 2 force chokes out. That's going to be pretty rough. Pretty rough here. We'll activate Leia, get her out there. All damage faces. 2 pew-pews. I'm not upset with that. Something better could be nicer. Get rid of this data pad. Who needs that? Alright, well the gun is useless to us now, so he can keep all those resources. We'll hit for 2. This is tricky. I think we're unpredictable on this guy. And then take a shield on Leia. Oops. Yep, tie is going to come out now. My gosh. We'll claim. Ouch, 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 ouch. So 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to search for that damage. That's interesting. I mean, he can disrupt my resources away. That's okay. I don't really need money. I don't need another holdout blaster. Alright. We'll hit and run. One, 2, 3, 4 on Vader right off the bat. That's pretty tempting. We've got both our resources open, so we can remove something with this, and it's an ambush, so we could re-roll something else. The problem is, once he activates Vader, he's got dice to throw away, unless everything's good. And if everything's good, we're in trouble anyway, so. We've got our field medic, too, which I think we'll be taking full advantage of this round. So we do have Vader down to 7 now. We're down to 4, you know, that's tough, but What's he owing? See what he gets here. Yeah, so we'll ambush on Vader. Oh no, I didn't make him a 3-buddy. There you go. Of course. Yeah, that sounds about right. And then we'll... That was kind of a roll, if we want to call it that. Ultimately, we're pretty doomed here. It's going to get us to 8. Nine, 10. Yeah, that's troubling. Well, we'll do this. So he'll hit us for 3. And 1. So it all comes down to this tie. If this tie can roll a 2 or more, we're in trouble. I have a feeling it can. I mean, that's 3 die sides, I think. Didn't yet. If he's got another firepower, then we're in trouble. Oh, no, he's just got a speeder bike scout. Totally not a problem. Totally not a problem, guys. I'm glad Veers is dead at this point, but... That doesn't help him. I know his pain. He's afraid of re-rolling that tie even worse. But I think you do it at this point.